Okay, I'm gonna start the story like this. Of course, I got married on the age 23. I was really healthy, very strong. I didn't have no problems with my body, no issues, no troubles. Everything was perfect. After 4 or 5 months, we discovered that we're pregnant. And I didn't know how pregnancy should go because it was my first time. So of course I had morning sickness like everyone else. Everything went smooth, checks were perfect until we got to week 30. Then things started getting really weird. I started feeling really heavy. I couldn't move. I was so tired, throwing up like crazy. I couldn't eat, drinking so much water, like 9 liters, which is 2.2 gallons a day. I was always thirsty, very dry. I felt like I'm dying. This is what the feeling was. And I was sharing that with everybody, including my doctor, and he told me, nah, don't worry, the baby's pushing. Of course, I had no idea what that mean. I didn't know if what I'm feeling is normal for being pregnant for the first time. So I didn't do nothing with it. And I agreed with the doctor. He said the baby's pushing, so I told everyone the baby's pushing. I believed it, and we continued. But really, every day went by, I felt like really I'm gonna lose my life. I told my husband, look, I'm feeling really bad. I feel like I'm dying. We were praying a lot that everything goes good, because not me and not Luke knew what really we should pass through pregnancy. And I was telling people that I felt really bad, but no one really saw what I'm going through the day, because I was there at the house most of the time. I couldn't really go out, and no one saw my struggle. Until one day, Luke actually worked night shift, and he told me, just don't stay home alone, go sleep at your parents. And I really did. And my mom actually saw me through the night, how much bad I felt, how much I threw up, and how much water I drank. So my mom she has a diabetes, and she thought maybe I could have it and no one knowing what's going on, and that could be dangerous because I was already then like 37 weeks, I think. So she didn't say nothing to me, but she waited until like the morning came up, and she woke me up, was like, let's go to the hospital. I'm like, Mom, I'm not in labor, they're gonna laugh at me, they're gonna send me back home. What do you want me to go do? So she told me, no, I really saw that you're really dying, and I think the doctors are missing something. We need to go now to the hospital. So the moment we get there to the hospital, I enter to the room, and I don't have nothing to say to the doctors, like, I'm not in labor, why I'm coming? And they asked me what's going on. So my mom told them, I have diabetes, and I think my daughter has it because she drinks water like crazy and she throws up really bad. So the doctor told her, no, everything's fine. Some fluid will do the job. She will be fine. We'll give her some fluid and we'll send her home. Of course, I didn't have nothing to say. I felt really embarrassed because my mom was actually talking to the doctors. Then my mom stopped for a second and she's like, no, I want you to do a blood check for my daughter. And one of the doctors said, you know what? I'm telling you, I'm the doctor, everything's fine. She doesn't need nothing. She just needs some fluid and she will be fine. So my mom, she insists, she's like, no, I'm asking you right now as her mother to take the blood check. And the doctor was already nervous then, and he got mad. He's like, geez, he told the nurse, just do the blood check so the mom will be happy. He said it this way, like he was really mad. So they took the blood check, they put me already on fluid that moment, and they sent me out to wait for, usually it takes 2 hours to know what the blood check results in a hospital, in the ER. So I went outside, I said, you know what, we're just gonna have a long day. After exactly 5 minutes, a little bit maybe more, they came running, like calling me, Enright. I was like, what is going on? Usually they don't come after 5 or 10 minutes looking for someone. I'm like, I'm here. They're like, okay, you need to come in now with us. Then the moment they told me that, my heart dropped. I mean, I knew that. I knew that moment that something is wrong. So they got me to a room. There was already maybe 8 doctors sitting inside waiting for me. I'm looking up, I said, I felt inside like there's something really bad's going on. So one of the professors told me, you actually have a really dangerous situation now. Your liver is not working right, and you could bleed to death. So of course, the moment I heard that, first question came out of my mouth like, is the baby's gonna be okay? And the doctor said, don't worry, you are in a good week now, like 37 week. The baby's gonna be healthy and perfect. You don't need to worry about the baby, let's worry about you. So my mom was with me. She was shocked like me. We just didn't know what to do. You know, it was shocking. It's like I'm losing my life and I didn't have no clue. So they told me one thing. They said, you know what, we're gonna take blood check every 10 minutes. We're gonna help you to go in labor now because we need this pregnancy to stop as soon as we can. So of course they took me to the room. They started giving me some medicine to get this labor start. And Luke came in after maybe 2 hours or 3 hours after that. They kept coming, taking blood check every 10 minutes, but no one was communicating with us. I didn't know what's going on. No one's answering questions. After 5 minutes of Luke coming to the hospital, they came rushing to the room and they start preparing me to a surgery. It's like, we're stopping the pregnancy now. You're really in a bad situation. We don't know what's gonna happen. Then I was shocked. I'm like, everything was perfect. You said we need to go in labor. You know, you're just helping me to get in labor. What's happening now? But no one was really communicating, not with me and not with Luke. Luke didn't speak even the language. He had so much questions, no one to tell him anything. We were shocked, we didn't know what to do. It's like, what is going on? And my mom was asking the doctors, tell us what's happening, why she need to go now to a surgery. The doctor said, it's bad.
Sorry guys about that. Rana was so emotional she couldn't continue, so I will take it from there. So the doctors told Rana's mom that be prepared to receive a grandson, but you probably will not receive your daughter. Your daughter will probably die in surgery. Meanwhile, I had no idea what was taking place. No one's explaining anything to me. So Rana went to surgery, and within, I would say, 15-20 minutes, I was holding my son Ethan, not knowing what was going to happen with Rana. But Rana went down to recovery, and she was down there for quite a long time. She had to receive 6 units of blood. See, the condition that Rana has when she's pregnant, it's called HELPS. It's a severe form of preeclampsia. It's where the liver pretty much shuts down. And as soon as she gave birth, as soon as she went down into recovery, her liver started to repair itself, her body started to repair itself, and she made it through.
I'm so thankful, we're so thankful that I'm alive, raising my kids. After all that, we had a lot of complications too. They left a little bit of placenta in me, and I had very serious infection. I went back to the hospital for 10 days after I left, and inside the hospital, I remember like after 3 days, 2 days, they were actually trying to help me get off the bed and walk. And the moment I stood, I bled like crazy, and they needed to close the section to help me because they thought something is wrong. Because after that, like in a few minutes, all my body started to swell really, really bad. I couldn't even do like this. And they thought that I'm bleeding, like I have some really serious bleeding inside my body and that I'm gonna lose my life. So, but thanks God, I also passed that. And I remember the doctor the third day when he came, the same doctor that told my mom, told the nurses, just do the blood check so the mother be happy. He came to my mom, he told her, you know what? You saved your daughter's life by doing what you did. And your daughter's here today just because of your insisting of taking this blood check. This is our first story we had. Unfortunately, we had another thing happening with Emma and Melina, but you know what? We didn't even have pictures through all this time because we were so shocked. I was so depressed. I was so in pain. I wasn't ready for that. And it took me a really long time to get healed by what happened, emotionally and physically. It took me a long time to get healed after everything happened with me after Ethan. God's hand was there saving me through the worst time ever. I was this close to death, and He saved me and saved my life. I'm here with my son, with my kids. If you think this testimony is gonna touch anyone's heart. Maybe there's people actually passing some stuff with their pregnancy right now, and they will really need to hear how God's really faithful, and He's not gonna leave you even in your hardest situations. I encourage you to share this video and stay with us, because we have another 2 parts of this testimony. It's not gonna end here. But now I'm gonna let you go, and really thank you for being with us and supporting our channel. We love you guys. See you next time.